Hi, this is Gracy coming to you live from Loveland, Colorado at the 2009 Family History Expo. I just had 3 great sessions. I was given the great honor by Holly Hansen to give the keynote address to about 500 people on location-based genealogy. Gave a talk on available technology that can be used for location-based genealogy. And to learn more about that, please go to my blog at historicaltimemaps.com/WordPress. What's the last session here I'm talking about, which is I'm very interested about, and I was also gratified with the feedback. For about 18 months, I've been working with a friend on a new platform, a new tool to help genealogists do location-based genealogy. One of the key problems that exist out there is when people are doing their research, they find a research target that they know is somehow related to their family, but they have no place to put it. And all these genealogy programs, these very popular and very good pieces of technology, either you're in the family or you're out of the family. And if you're out of the family, if you're a target, you end up in a notebook, on a Post-it note, on a piece of paper stuffed inside a folder, and maybe once every few years you go back and try and make the connection. But the problem is, you're the only one who knows about that problem. You're the only one who knows that there's a connection that's potentially to your family, but there's no way to make that connection. And that connection has a very special tie to a particular place. So what we've been working on is a very cool tool, cool platform, in which you can actually allow people to collaborate geospatially, to be able to upload their family trees and have basically a universal working area. Not the database of record, but a place to do those what-if analysis, a place to leave those clues for other people to help work on. And we've created a great environment to be able to upload cemetery records, maintaining their geospatial context, census records, directories, other lists, and to be able to visualize them online in a way that's never been done before. One of the things that we introduced into this platform, which is very, very important, is this concept of somehow related. Location-based genealogy, the rule is the first law of geography. Those who are closer together are more related than those who are further away. And based on surname match, based on people living within a cemetery plot, people based on a particular distance in a particular neighborhood or from a particular culture or immigrants, there are all a high probability that these people are somehow related. And again, as I said earlier, in genealogy programs, either you're in or you're out. And what we wanted to do is to be able to create this concept of these fuzzy relationships, that people can indicate, I'm related to this person, or my ancestors related to this person, and collaboratively, people can work together to actually be able to resolve that relationship, to say, well, here's how they're actually related or not actually related. This what-if analysis we see as a major breakthrough for genealogists to be able to work together, to do that what-if analysis, that these people should be related, but I'm not sure how yet. Help me out, people out there, to be able to resolve that. I think that's an important capability that we're bringing to bear. Another thing, too, is that in GEDCOMs, and this is one of the things as we were testing the tool, that there's a lot of bad data. There's a lot of bad data that are being maintained. And if you think about it, a lot of the bad data is a function of the data that people who are doing the research originally received. If you think about census records, they may only have the state or the country where someone was born. It's very hard to do location-based genealogy if they say someone is from Italy or someone is from New York or Connecticut. So you have to be able to resolve that data to be able to use it. One of the key things about this tool that we've introduced is the competency or the capability to visualize the quality and the resolvability of the data. So in our environment, if you were just resolved to a state or a county or a town, you're going to get a indication of where that ancestor lived based on the center point of the degree of resolution of that location. So if someone's saying they're from Pennsylvania, on this 3-dimensional map that we show for location-based genealogy, it'll be hovering over the center of the state of Pennsylvania. You don't want to put that on a particular location until you know where that person lived. The idea is that people are going to work together to resolve those locations and to get it tighter and tighter and tighter, so that once you do have it nailed on that 3-dimensional globe, then you can apply those tools and techniques of the first law of geography to make those connections and to do those what-if analyses. We're hoping to help people determine their ancestral village of origin, to find people they're probably related to within an area, and give them a whole bunch of tools to be able to collaborate and to create that database of records so they can go back to their family tree maker or their trees on Ancestry.com or these other great tools and update them. This universal, I call it universal scratch pad. So I gave that demonstration today, gave a review of some of the features and functionality, and was very excited to get a very enthusiastic response from the audience and some people who signed up to be beta testers. So we're looking at people will be doing that for a few months and then providing this tool out there to help people break down brick walls using this great approach called location-based genealogy. One of the fun things that occurred today in the talk is I showed them the concept of limbo. There are many people inside family tree files and GEDCOMs who have no location. It's a name and that's all you have. Maybe you have a name and a birth year and a death year. So in our world, they have to have a location. But there's no location, we give them one. It's high above the North Pole. So anyone who doesn't have a location, you see all these connections way above the earth. And those are basically a pool of people who have no home, who have no location. And again, another signal for genealogists to be able to work together to find them their home and to be able to bring them down to earth so people, again, can use the first law of geography and make those what-if connections. So be watching and hearing from Family History Expos and from my blog about our progress in helping genealogists work together to break down brick walls and take genealogy to the next level. Thank you again for listening, and good hunting.